The biggest star who ever lived inside a bubblegum wrapper just celebrated a milestone. Bazooka Joe, the wise guy with an eye patch and a best buddy named Mort, is 50 years old. Our Melinda Murphy took a look inside the legend and found quite a bit to chew on.
Happy birthday, dear Bazooka Joe.
He seems forever young. But sure enough, Bazooka Joe is turning the big 5-0. Jeff Shepard is barely half that, but he's quite the historian just the same.
In the first series, they issued these like introductory comics like, "Hi, my name's Janet, Bazooka Joe's my boyfriend."
Jeff guesses he's got 100,000 comics, which just might be the largest collection of Bazooka Joe stuff in the world.
So you wanted something nobody else had?
Something new, something fresh, yeah. So,
And here you have it.
Yeah, great. Got it all.
And that's saying a lot. 50 years worth.
Bazooka Joe has an eye patch.
Eye patch.
Is there a reason for his eye patch? How did he lose his eye?
He didn't lose his eye, apparently. It was just like a marketing scheme.
Well, it's a marketing scheme that's still working to this day.
Bazooka is really popular all over the world.
It sure is. In fact, over the years, it's been shipped to over 100 different countries. It's been translated into over 50 different languages. We sell about 500 million pieces a year, which is a tremendous quantity of gum.
No kidding.
I just want some bubblegum.
Obviously, children still love this stuff.
Bazooka bubblegum.
Which is why some kids recently got on stage in New York, competing for a chance to be featured in a Bazooka Joe comic.
Two ants are walking around, wandering through a large screen TV.
Some loot was also part of the bait.
What about the $5,000 savings bond?
Oh, I could do a lot with that. I'm your RA! Resident Assistant!
In the end, Josh K was named the biggest wisecracking kid. But Josh's face won't be the only thing that's supposed to be new in Bazooka Comics next year.
We're also going to be updating Bazooka Joe next year. A new Joe, a new Mort, new clothing, potentially new characters and storylines.
And it won't be Bazooka's first facelift either. It's all done to keep Joe popular with today's kids. But for guys like Jeff,
This is actually kind of cool. It's the original art that was drawn for this comic.
it's the old stuff he treasures.
This is a box of gum from 1958. Somehow it survived all these years, 40 plus years.
That's a long time for a piece of gum to live.
Ugh. Luckily, the prizes held up a little better.
1956, 57, they start issuing these little prize catalogs.
Free for 17,500 Bazooka comics.
That's a lot of gum. So that'd be $175, or you could get the same thing,
$35 and 360 Bazooka comics.
Yeah, so
for a bike.
Jeff doesn't have a bike, but he's got an old microphone, a little microscope, and even a cowboy boot ring. Of course, prizes today are a bit more current.
Nowadays, you can get a Bazooka Joe baseball, a mouse pad, a Bazooka Joe bobblehead, a lot of cool items.
Yeah, collecting's fun, but in the end, nothing beats blowing an old-fashioned bubble.
Happy birthday to you.
For The Early Show, Melinda Murphy, CBS News, New York.
That's tough to get out of a beard. Nowadays, you can buy Bazooka gum in several different flavors. And one thing we still can't figure out why Mort pulls his collar way up over his face. But my thought is he's chewed so much gum, no more teeth. Rotted them all out.
Well, that's the thing, yeah.
Yeah, I use that gum that doesn't stick to my dental work.
Is there a bubble gum that doesn't stick to your...
Well, 4 or 5 dentists recommended it to me.
Right. So that's Bazooka Joe.
Right.
But there are other, double bubble.
There's double bubble, big bubble, no trouble, double bubble, bubble gum. Remember that?
Were you a good bubble gum chewer when you were a kid?
Yeah, I was pretty good at it.
You know, make the big bubble?
Then there was bubble yum, remember that?
Yeah.
And then there's that burst thing, that gum that kind of started leaking in your mouth.
That's right.
What was that called?
Nasty.
Burst? What was it called? Leak? What was it called?
Leak.
It was called something. It was at once delicious and disgusting at the same time.
Right.
It delighted you and scared you.
Fabulous stuff. Right.
What an experience.
See, I like the gum in the baseball cards.
Oh,
like that stuff?
yeah.
That
But that was hard as a baseball card.
It broke in your mouth.
Fleer or?
No, Fleer.
Or Tops.
Tops.
All right. All right.
No good stuff.
John Roberts has a preview of tonight's CBS Evening